Here now with insight on these type of raids is Ron Hosko. He was assistant director at the FBI. Sir, do you think that when they went into the home that they were looking for something very specific?
I do. In fact, it's really required by federal search warrant expectations. An affidavit would have gone before a federal judge laying out the case for what federal crime might have been committed and what evidence would likely be found and seized.
And so earlier today, on July 26th, early that morning, President Trump tweeted this: "Why didn't AG Sessions replace acting FBI Director Andrew McCabe, a Comey friend who was in charge of Clinton investigation but got big dollars, $700,000, for his wife's political run from Hillary Clinton and her representatives drain the swamp?" Now, some people are trying to tie the raid of that morning to these tweets, and I wonder, would the president have even been privy to knowing that this had actually happened?
I highly doubt it, Dana. Look, this is going to be coordinated by Bob Mueller and his team, with FBI agents as the tip of the spear running the execution of the search warrant. I don't think Bob Mueller is paying attention to the president's tweets, would time a search warrant to the president's tweets. It would take a period of time for the FBI agents to develop probable cause to get to a judge and to swear that affidavit before the judge. So I don't think that you'll see any proof that those things are tied together.
Okay, because I saw that all day long, people trying to say that he must have been trying to pressure Mueller after that. So let me then ask you what Ed Henry was just saying, is that possibly the reason we know about this raid now is that perhaps the investigators are trying to put pressure on Paul Manafort. Do you think that would be true?
Well, I think as you move forward in any criminal investigation, you're bringing pressure to bear on the subject of that investigation. Quite clearly, Mr. Manafort is the subject of an investigation here. The execution of a search warrant is a logical technique, but, you know, there are internal guidelines to the FBI. It's a big, thick manual known as the DIOG. They're domestic guidelines that really require, it expects FBI agents to use the least intrusive means to acquire the information they need to build their case. The search warrant executed at 6 o'clock in the morning is not a least intrusive means. It's a rather intrusive means. So it suggests to me that they couldn't get that information that they thought was relevant and probative of a crime in some other way, like consent of Mr. Manafort and his counsel, or foreign bank records or domestic bank records. They thought something was being held back from them or concealed, and they had to use this technique. So it will apply pressure, sure.
Some people have wondered, why would the grand juries be convened in Virginia or Washington, D.C., and not maybe somewhere else, possibly New York? Is there any rhyme or reason to that?
Yeah, there is, and typically it's venue. It is the locality or the jurisdiction where they believe the crime or crimes occurred. And so if I do a bank robbery in Virginia, it's unlikely that a grand jury in Illinois is going to hear that case. There are a number of considerations for that. That may be where all the people are located. If you're talking about potential electronic crimes, it could be where internet servers are located, and we've done that as well.
All right. Ron Hosko, thank you so much for your expertise. We appreciate it.